Hi, it's Hans Schumann, the Master for Living Coach here. Welcome to the 9th episode of my series of videos introducing the 9 Enneagram types and Enneagram coaching. If you don't know what this is, then you may want to go back to the very first video in this series, which has an introduction. Today I'm going to talk about the Enneagram Type 8, which is the active controller. Enneagram Type 8s portray many of the classic features that we associate with the archetype of a hero. They're assertive, direct, and decisive. They're quick to step into leadership roles to either pursue their own agenda or protect others. They're comfortable with power and know how to use it to get what they want. Each Enneagram type also has development areas. For the Type 8, this is that because they're so comfortable using power and force and expressing their anger freely, others may experience them as pushy, domineering, aggressive, and unstoppable. Type 8s may also be impatient with people, inconsiderate, and reluctant to make compromises. Others may then feel hurt or overstep and become defensive, either by withdrawing or by fighting back. The pattern of each Enneagram type is driven by a core motivation, which goes back to our childhood, where we once created a strategy that back then we thought would help us get what we want, to be loved and to be safe. The core motivation of an Enneagram Type 8 is to be in control. They love challenges and they value strength. Often they had a tough childhood and learned early on that only the fittest survive. Weakness is not acceptable to them. Each Enneagram type has a specific trap that they tend to fall into, and this is where it gets really interesting. The trap for the Enneagram Type 8 is that in all their efforts to deny vulnerability, they actually create more vulnerability. And this is because vulnerabilities are just facts. Just by denying them, they don't go away. And if we don't respect them, we can't address them either. A great example is that of a hardworking CEO who thinks that he or she is invincible and they don't allow themselves the rest and emotional support they require. Of course, if we don't do this, at one point we will simply burn out. Another part of the Type 8 trap is that their assertive and sometimes insensitive manner in which they pursue their agenda may sometimes create more conflicts than necessary. By always turning up in full battle gear, they create more battles. In Enneagram Coaching, there's a specific growth journey for each Enneagram type, which helps them to grow beyond some of the limitations of their type. For the Enneagram Type 8, part of this journey is to accept their vulnerabilities, accept they're not invincible, and to be okay with this. What will help an Enneagram Type 8 in this respect is to be a little bit more like an Enneagram Type 5, the quiet specialist. This would involve self-regulating the impulsiveness, stopping before taking action, taking time to reflect on appropriate strategies, and replacing excessive action with more economical use of energy and power. An Enneagram Type 8 would also do well in developing their skills of diplomacy, and here they can learn a lot from an Enneagram Type 2, the considerate helper. This would mean shifting their focus from their own agenda to the agenda of other people, developing more empathy for others, appreciating others more, being more inclusive and more generous. If you would now like to find out what your Enneagram type is, you can take the test online now. There's a link here in the video, bit.ly/Enneagram Coaching. And on this side, you will find out more about the Enneagram and Enneagram Coaching and how to take the test. Alternatively, do email me at info@hansschumann.com. I would love to hear from you. That's all for today. Bye.